Hi, I'm Cassandra, and I'm going to talk about being a woman in this country. I'm 21 years old, and I've decided that I will not go to an OBGYN because I do not believe that womanhood is a disease. Womanhood is not a disease. Women, for many centuries, have been surviving without doctors. And after 70 million years of Homo sapien evolution, women are amazingly designed to grow, bleed, birth, and raise a child without doctors, and have been doing that for centuries. It was in the 1800s when male midwives came on the scene. That's when things got dangerous. They would come on to the scene with their so-called clean hands and clean tools, when actually those hands and those tools were the thing that gave women infections, that led to childbed fever, that led to them dying. Also, poor hygiene, poor living conditions, poor nutrition, tight lacing corsets, not getting out in the open, getting exercise, is what killed many women as well. For instance, not getting out in the sunshine and producing vitamin D led to rickets, which killed many women. Also, tuberculosis killed a lot of women as well. More women actually than birth did. And so it was obviously definitely within their control that killed women, not because womanhood is inherently dangerous. It was never because of doctors and hospitals that made birth safe. It was because of the discovery of bacteria and the overall improvement in public health that made birth and womanhood safe. Because right now we have the second worst maternal mortality rates among all industrialized countries. In our country today, 95% of births occur in a hospital with a doctor. Our C-section rate is 31%, and we have the second worst maternal mortality rates. Countries with the best maternal mortality rates have more midwives and home births. In Europe, and especially in countries like the Netherlands, Sweden, Switzerland, and Norway, in those countries, about 80 to 90% of those births occur with midwife. More than half of those births occur at home, and their C-section rate is 10%, and they have one of the top 5 best maternal mortality rates. Womanhood is not a disease. If women educate themselves, learn how to chart their rhythms and cycles so that they can know what's normal and what's not normal, and for natural birth control, and educate themselves on how to treat common ailments. That's much safer than sending your daughter to a doctor where she will get submitted, violated, and raped. The OBGYN industry is a sick, sexist, humiliating, violating, barbaric, dark age industry that does not do anything to encourage trust, love, and respect for women's bodies, which leads to many women treating their bodies like garbage and contracting dangerous things such as HPV, especially if you have sex when you're young, before your immune system can handle things, and even when they're older. But most often not, HPV happens to young girls who have sex too young. And regardless of vaccine, injecting your young girls with that vaccine is not going to help anything either, since it has strands with HPV. So if women take care of their bodies, learn about their bodies, eat well, get exercise, surround yourself with positive vibes, protect your body, save your body, and treat it with respect, and not, flaunt it around, then most women will never need to see a doctor for anything, except for maybe, I don't know. They would never really need to see a doctor, and if you really truly felt that was necessary, then you should go to a home birth midwife, because they have way more knowledge than most doctors about women's bodies. So womanhood is not a disease. So I've come here to say that please stand up for your bodies and demand better treatment. For example, a CSA blood test. That is way more accurate at testing cervical cancer than an exam. And why is that not being offered to women? Obviously because women are not demanding better treatment. They're letting this happen to them and not sticking up for their rights in their bodies. And women who stick up for the rights and bodies and say that, this is not right treatment, should be respected for that, because to scream crazy nut job to those women who dare say how they really feel is a weird, unacceptable attitude. Women have feelings, and if they feel that they have been raped, then everyone should be respected. That's like saying, telling a rape victim that they haven't been raped. Respect women's bodies and what they say about them and what they say about these exams. Stop being so brainwashed by this church of modern-day medicine, and think for yourself, educate yourself, do the research. Because really, in the end, womanhood is safe, and not that much of a disease if you take care of your body well. And so women should be encouraged to empower themselves with knowledge and to say no to those OBGYN exams and say, you know what, I'm not a disease. I deserve better treatment than that, because womanhood is not a disease. So that's what I've come here to say. So please educate yourself and say no, because womanhood is not a disease. Thank you.